Hey Taurus, it's Teresa with One Love, One Light. Let's get into this message. So this is a timeless reading. I am filming it on Easter Sunday. If you celebrate, happy Easter, but the reading is timeless. So let's get into it. We're going to use the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle, the Inner Child Oracle. We'll be using the Affirmators Tarot and the Tea Leaf Fortune card. So I feel like this has the potential to go very deep, but at the same point, I feel like there is some resistance to that for you. And it may be just because you have a lot going on in your career, in relationships, whatever it is. You've been feeling something that's trying to come up to the surface and you've been resisting. I don't think we're going to have to dive that deep to get a feel for what that is. And it may be something different for each of you, but I'm just getting that that Spirit wants to kind of bring you down into the depths just a little, just so that you can almost be assured that it's okay. You don't have to resist. This is something good. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're seeking, is to shed some light on what is this good thing that maybe you have been resisting, or maybe there's something, some kind of fear that's blocking this from fully coming to the surface. Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael, Archangel Sandalphon, and Archangel Ariel. That's what I'm getting. Yes, please come in and help us understand what's going on, what is bubbling up for Taurus. Thank you so much, Holy Spirit, angels. Okay, I feel like these two wanted to come out. Let's just get one more. I'm going to take this one. And the bottom of the deck, we have Dancing in the Rainbow. Break free from whatever you feel is holding you back. Express happiness. Find out what you truly desire. So that's at the bottom of the deck. I feel like that is kind of showing that there is, you know, with this rainbow, that there has been maybe some kind of storm. Maybe, you know, it could have been some kind of tower moment. Doesn't have to be, just could be a navigating more emotions than usual. And I feel like that could have everything to do with what's going on in the world, what's going on astrologically, but also the dynamic that is playing out in your family, in your relationships, in your workplace. Okay, so we have 39, back on task. Be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you are working on. All could use some fine-tuning. So you may have felt like you haven't been accomplishing much lately. And it might be out of fear. It might be because whatever's trying to bubble up is that catalyst that's going to really help you move on to the next step or take you to the next level. So there might be a little bit of fear playing in here, or something is blocking you. And I feel like this is something you don't even realize. If you do realize it, you may have been avoiding trying to figure out exactly why. Let's see what else we get. We have Enjoy the Journey. Number 21, stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good, but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. So you may have been more focused on the future, or where am I going, or what am I going to be doing? Maybe even trying to figure out or control how things are going to play out. I feel like you have a plan. I'm just getting like Knight of Pentacles energy, where you have a plan, you are taking steps, but maybe there's some impatience there, or maybe even a fear of like, are you good enough, or are you going to, is this what you really want? Okay, and then we have, wow, number 46, Facing Your Fears. This came out on pre-shuffle, so, and Enjoy the Journey was at the bottom of the deck. Look for ways to strengthen your connection to the universe and others. Stay peaceful and calm in the knowing of who you are. So I feel like with this coming out, you may have felt kind of alone, kind of that Five of Pentacles energy, where you don't have the support you need, and you know, it can make you feel less like the odds are against you in a way. That's what I'm getting here. All right, let's see what this inner child oracle, if this can help us at all. I do feel like when I picked the cards, the decks, they kind of just stood out to me. I feel like there is something about, in some ways, there's something that you are taking too seriously, and then there's other things that you're not taking seriously enough. And that could be the insight that you need when you really just think about what things am I really focusing on, or really valuing right now, or focusing on, and what things have I kind of let slide to the wayside. Those may be more important than you think, and the things that you've been focused on probably can manage themselves a little better than what you've allowed. All right, let's see what else here. We have Let It Go, and this also came out in pre-shuffle. Wow. Let go of all that no longer serves you. So I feel like this is about like things that might be distracting you. And it could be about past things. There's definitely kind of something about family with that tree there. It could be something that is kind of wearing on your health, wearing your health down with the tree there. But I feel like these are deep-rooted beliefs or deep-rooted connections that probably are draining you more than serving you at this time. Okay, let's get this one. Become aware. Wow, that cheetah, that big cat actually, I don't think cheetahs are big cats. This could be a leopard, but I'm just getting that big cat energy. Listen to the wisdom of the body. Yeah, and I just was talking about the health. So there may be like certain health concerns. You may be exhausted. You may be really tired. Yeah, I feel like there's some reason that your body is telling you certain things, and you may have been avoiding dealing with it, going to the doctor, or kind of even doing that self-assessment. The bottom of the deck is be true to who you are. And it says fear will not stop you from shining. So yeah, we have the facing fears here. There's this like, these are lionfish. I'm just getting this like big cat energy. That may resonate for you. Okay. Let's see how this is playing out. What is the recent past energy for Taurus? Holy Spirit, thank you so much, angels. Thank you. Thank you for these messages. We have the Eight of Swords. So you may have been avoiding taking the next step or whatever you're trying to achieve. And it's because you're not sure which way to go. Why? Because you're not trusting in yourself. You're not trusting that you're strong enough, or you're not trusting that, I'm getting, because it's talking about connecting better with spirit. I feel like you've been trying to handle things on your own. You've been trying to figure out everything and think that you have to figure out everything. Trust and believe that God knows what's best for you, and that is where you should be getting your guidance from. That's what I'm getting here. Because that is a self-imposed prison. So fear could be what's blocking you in. Fear could be something that is causing interference with the connection that you have with the divine. What is the current energy for Taurus? Okay, we got this one. Queen of Wands, beautiful. There's that fire energy. There's that big cat, right? So I feel like this is reminding you that the Queen of Wands does not actually go after what she wants. So this doesn't have anything to do with gender, but this is a queen who just becomes what she's trying to align with. So she manifests from a place of creating that magnetism to draw to her what she wants, whether it's a relationship, whether it's, you know, physical things. It could be, you know, a certain dynamic. Maybe it's a certain type of support. The Queen of Wands is very magnetic, and just as well as she can draw in all these things she desires, she's also drawing in things that confirm her fears, that confirm her her feeling when she's having days of less value. She confirms, or things come into her that confirm that. So it's about really looking at where are you putting your energy? How are you feeling about yourself, and what vibration are you in? Are you surrounding yourself with low vibe people? Are you doing things that are low vibrational? I hate to say high, low, because everything has a place. What's the challenge here? And we have the Six of Swords. So yeah, there may be, we talked about with that rainbow energy, that you may have been kind of in a chaotic or storm of thoughts, of a stormy environment where things are not stable. And I feel like the challenge is needing to pull yourself out of that environment so that you can think clearly. So the Six of Swords could talk about leaving, traveling over water, leaving a situation, but with it in the challenge position, I feel like Spirit is really saying you must do this. You have to get away, even if it's for a weekend, even if it's for an afternoon, so that you can think clearly, so that there's calmer waters, calmer emotions around you, so that you can process, kind of make better assessments about what is going on in your world. What's the advice here, Holy Spirit? Thank you, angels. Thank you, Holy Spirit. What's the advice here? And we have the Ten of Cups. I feel like you know exactly what is going to bring you joy. You know the end that you want to achieve. And it is this sharing contentment. You may be in a place of a little bit more isolation where you're not sharing your life so much with others. And I feel like the advice is, this is what you are trying to get to. So being in isolation is not going to help you, but letting go of things that are pulling you away from this Ten of Cups energy. Anything that's pulling you away from people and places and energies that are supporting you and that are able to share in your victories because they've supported you. What is the outcome here? What is the outcome? And we have Death. So we had that let it go there. I feel like, yeah, I feel like there's some sudden endings that need to happen. And I feel like if we kept going, we would get the Tower card. It's like, if you can't tune in and really trust the signals from your body, trust your gut on things that are not helping you, but hindering you from getting to the place that you desire. And this could be within a family dynamic. This could be in your career. This could be in a plan to travel the world. Whatever it is, there's things that are pulling you off course. That's what I'm getting here. The bottom of the deck, wow, is the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like there's so much of this like ending a cycle kind of energy here. You know, it's like, but you needing to make that happen. That's what I'm getting here. It's like the overall energy is all about all of this, is your legacy, what you are trying to build, who you are trying to build it with. And there may need to be some cuts to that. Not everybody can come along. That's what I'm getting here. All right, so let's get some tea leaves. Any other information you can get to us about Taurus and what's bubbling to the surface here, what they need to look at, take a deeper look at, what they need to focus on. Okay. All right. there's 2 piles of these. It's just a little too big to do them all at once. What else do we have? Thank you so much, Holy Spirit, angels, for being here. What is bubbling up to the surface? What does Taurus need to look deeper at? Okay, that one went way under the table. I'll get it just a second. All right. Let me get this one under the table. Okay. The one that went under the table is the career. So I feel like this is the thing that is going way off the charts. Something that is maybe what you're shooting for, or maybe what could be out of alignment right now. But let's see here. We have fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. I feel like whoever comes to mind, or if nobody comes to mind, that is your answer. Ink pot, problems to be resolved. There are problems here. I feel like you know them and you may be ignoring them. Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. And this definitely, I feel like maybe it's time to rework your plan, whatever your plan is, because you're starting to see that maybe this 10 of Cups or 10 of Pentacles, whatever that is in your mind, it's not motivating enough. Because maybe through your ascension, through things that lessons learned, you're starting to change what is your wish fulfillment, what is your end goal. That's what I'm getting here. We have chair empty, someone is leaving your life. So there's definitely something, someone or something that is not going to be taking a seat at your table. That's what I'm getting here. We have V, victory in some endeavor, and it's coming out here under this fair woman. Ant, work, achievement, and success. I feel like this is your comfort zone. Working hard, plugging away, and you're needing also to see some kind of fruits of your labor, because something has to keep you motivated. That's what I'm getting here. We have door, opportunities are waiting for you. Wow. So if you're in this state of like dissatisfaction, there are doors opening up. This could be about divine timing. This could be about not isolating, and you have like having to get out there so that these doors can be presented to you. That's what I'm getting. We have tent, temporary situation. Yeah, so this could even be that somebody is needing to leave temporarily. This could be, you know, someone traveling for work, or whatever the case is. It could be different for everyone, but there may be a temporary situation where you're needing to be separate from a person. We have dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So this could come out like some kind of suddenly getting a check in the mail, or finally receiving a refund or an inheritance, or anything where you weren't expecting it. But it is something that you've already planted the seeds probably a long time ago. And we have butterfly, a change for the better. It's coming. And so I feel like Spirit is really trying to show you that you need to find your motivation to keep going in this situation. Candle, you will be shown the way. So you are not in this alone, even if it feels like it, but you have to get yourself out there in order for these opportunities to present themselves, and follow the way that God and the angels are guiding you. That's what I'm getting. We have success. So you got success twice, and you have the career card. In fact, I'm just going to put that over here. There is success that's going to come from a career. But your career may need to change, or you may need to look at where is the success flowing easily, and where are you struggling. And don't necessarily shy away from the struggling. You still need to tackle that, but looking at where you're finding more ease and flow, allowing that to kind of carry you for some time so that you can address the more challenging aspects. All right, we have tankard, celebration, fun, enjoyment. I feel like this could be after someone returns after a temporary separation. And it doesn't have to be the ending of a relationship or some big drawn out fight. We don't really see any of that here. But what I'm getting is that, oh wow, we have this, even though that's an ink pot, it looks like a tankard. So I feel like there may be, you know, some kind of spills or cups emptying, and it's going to come back to you, maybe in the form of a different person or a different situation, different job. We have axe forces working against you. Okay, so you're still going to have victory over them. I feel like be less concerned with that and more concerned with spiritually protecting yourself physically, and focusing on you and what you are trying to accomplish. Be less, do your best to be less affected by what's going on in your environment. We have horseshoe, good luck, absolutely. A change for the better, that's what it's coming out on. We have barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, and you've gotten that twice now, dissatisfaction with life. Perhaps love, money, or goals. So yeah, I feel like you're lacking motivation, and it's because the end goal is starting to look not quite, it doesn't align with you anymore. So you're rethinking, what is it that I'm really trying to achieve? And course correction or changing your end goal is not against the rules. You know, there are no rules. This is your life, your destiny. We have table. Hard work ahead. And it's funny that I said table, because I said something about table when we were saying like what's on the table or somebody sitting at your table. So this is like your life, like the table. That's all I'm getting here. And we have this table with the reading coming out. We have pin, new job or career. Wow. So you got career specifically mentioned twice now. And then we have ear, good news. So this is what you're waiting on. The good news I'm getting is it is something that is within you, that you already know. And it is, I feel like what you may have been closing yourself off or resisting is actually going to end up being good news, rather than what you fear. So it's worth the risk to open yourself up to it and connect with God and the angels to really show you what it is that you've been resisting or afraid of, and how you can actually use that to your advantage somehow. So those are the messages that came through. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Check out my other channel, Love Tide Tarot, where we are doing collective readings about choosing love over fear. I will leave the link in the description if I remember. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, the universe has your back, and so do I. Take care.